Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Sakshi Kesharwal and I'm your maths expert. So let's start with the lecture number 2 of your fractions. And as we have done in the last session, we have done what are the fractions, what are equivalent fractions, what are like fractions, what are unlike fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fractions, right? Conversion of mixed fraction into improper fraction into mixed fraction. And we have done to convert that's all we did, right? And we did at the last how to what is an equivalent fractions, we have done, right? So how to find the equivalent fractions and excuse me, equivalent fractions. And then now let's in the last, I think so, on the last slide I was teaching you what is the simplest form of write the fraction in the simplest form. That means what you have to keep on dividing. So this is in the this slide also. So let's start with it. Yeah. So here we start with this thing. So here we'll be starting with over here. That is the simplest form of fraction, comparing fractions and addition and subtraction of a fractions, right? So this is what we are going to do. Okay. So simplest form of a fraction means what? That is, let us suppose you have a fraction, right? You have divided this circle into 8 parts and taken the, like I said, what is an equivalent fraction? You have to take the same part of the other one, right? So this is means what? You have divided this into 8 parts and taken the 2 part of it, which is equals to what? If you're going to divide this by 2 and then divide by this 2, so you will be getting 1 by 4, right? So which is equals to like 1 by 4. You're just doing half of it, right? So similarly, if you have a very big fraction and you want to convert this into the simplest form, you can always proceed it by dividing and get the answer. So over here you see that 23 is being like 24 divided by 108. So make this into the simplest form. So see, so it's all dependent. If you know the table, if you're good in the tables, you can always like proceed in the way you want, right? So you can directly looking at the table, if I know the table very well, I know that this is getting divisible by 12 directly, right? But if not, you can go step by step. So what you do, you divide by 2, then divide by 2. It's like 12 by 54. Again, then divide by 2, then again divide by 2, then again divide by 3, then again by divide by 3. So taking the common factors and getting the answers, right? So it's not always, you can always, you can do this question. If you're good in the calculation part, always offer anything, right? So and in the last slide, we have done to how to write the, if the fraction is given, how to write the equivalent like fraction in the last class by taking the LCM. So that part, basically that part is going to help you to do the addition and the subtraction later on, right? So simplest form of the fractions, which we have already done it, right? So I'll give you simplest form, right? Let's do one question I'll give you, like do one question for example, right? That is 276 divided by what? 115, right? Now just check that it is divisible by what, beta? 215 is divisible by what? It's divisible by 5. You have to think about the factors, right? So see over here, it's like sum is like, it's no, both of them is not even, right? It's not an odd, right? This one is even, this one is odd, so not divisible by 2. This is not divisible by 3 even, so you have to think that it's divisible by 5, but this is not divisible by 3. So think on the factor which you can think very easily. Right now just think of 115. So 115 factor is what, beta? 115, it's like divisible by 5, and if you're going to divide by 5, its factor will be what? 23, right? So it's 23. So basically you divide this by what? 23, and this also you divide by what, beta? 23, right? So if you're going to divide this by 23, so it will be what, beta? 1 and 2, 12, and this will be what, beta? 5. Now this cannot be further divided, so this is known as what? 12 by 5 is the simplest form. That's it, right? So simplest form, we have already done it, and I'll give you one more example for this, like 205 divided by what? 287. Just check 205 is divisible by what, beta? It's divisible by it's divisible by what? See again, it's just check. It's not divisible by 2, neither by 3, not by 5. But check if it's going divisible by 3, not by 5. But 205 is divisible by what beta? 5 or not? So if you're going to divide this, it will be what beta? 41. 41 is a prime number. So 5 and 41 is a prime number. So you have to just check that is 287 is divisible by 41 or not. Yes, it's divisible. So it means what, they should have a common factor. So yes, these are the difficult ones. So you have to think that this is 41 and this is like 41. So here you will get the answer as what? uh 5, yes or no. So this will be what beta 7 and this will be what 5, yes or no. So you have to think a little bit on the out of the box because you don't know the factor of it. So you know that 2 and 41 are like 5 and 41 are what beta? Co-prime numbers, right? 5 and 41 are what beta? Co-prime numbers, right? 5 and 41 are what beta? Co-prime numbers. So you just think it's not divisible by 5 and it is divisible by 5, but this is not divisible by 5. So it is means what, it is going to divisible by the other factor. You may try it. So 41, yes, it's divisible by 41. So this will also going to just check, always just check which is going to be best way out of it. So you have to be a little bit quick in it, right? Now, it says that reduce the following fraction into the lowest form. So here it says that, see, it's written 4 by 8, right? Now, if you're going to reduce by 4 by 8, you have to do what? Like half, divide by 2, then divide by 2. So it is like 1 by 2. So you're just dividing it like into half of it. Reduce each of the fraction to the lowest form or in the simplest form. Either you can say simplest form. So this is written 40 by 75. So can I say this divided by what? 5. Then this is divided by what? 5. So this is equals to what beta? 8 upon 15. So this is the simplest form. It cannot be further redivided because 8 and 15 are what? Co-prime numbers. Right. Now, comparing of a like fractions, right? Comparing of like fractions. We did like fraction. What are the like fractions? Which have same denominator. Denominator, like same denominator, right? Denominator. This is the easiest comparison, right? So if I write 5 by 8 and 7 by 8, so we know that 7 is greater than 5. So if the denominator, if you write the same, doesn't matter, the number which is greater is like the greater value, right? So let us suppose if I write 13 by 15 and if I'll write 11 by 15. So here we know that 13 is greater than 11. So if I'm going to put anything in the denominator on both the sides, so it doesn't matter. So this value is greater. So any number you can take with like fraction. Like fraction means what? Like-minded people, things will be easier and you don't have to think a lot, right? If everyone out of here have the same mentality, you don't have to think a lot and you will get the answer always, right? Okay. Now if I write the question like fraction, let us suppose I have a box and I have divided this box into what, like 6 equal parts, and this also as this part, right? Yeah. So let me do the coloring. Yeah. So I'm taking this part and over here I'm taking this part. So by looking at the figure, which one is greater? By looking at the figure, which one is greater? This one is definitely greater, right? Because see, it's like 2 by 6, right? And this is what beta? 3 by 6. Both the fractions are being like you have taken 2 part of it and here you have taken 3 part of it. Definitely 3 by part is more greater than the 2 part. So yes, it's greater. That's it. Okay. Now coming to the comparison of unlike fraction. What is a comparison of unlike fraction? So right now you just see how you do the comparison of unlike fraction. Comparison of unlike fraction means what here? Okay, just see one thing. Okay, over here, first case, that's the case 1. What's the case 1? When numerators are equal, when the numerators are same, when numerators are same, numerator are same, right? Yes or no? Now, when numerators are same, right? When numerators are same. So over here, you look at this figure 3 by 4 and 3 by 8. Now, 3, the numerator, these are same or not? We are just taking the case 1, right? This is a case 1. So these are what beta? Same? Yes or no? So meanwhile, I'm removing this 3, 3. So this is like 1 by 4 and this is 1 by 8. It means what? If you have a chocolate, just look at the figure very carefully. If you have a chocolate and divided this into 4 parts and taken divided this into the 4 part and this you have divided into the 8 part. So obviously beta, obviously the 1 part will be very smaller or not. Let's think like this. Let's think in the reciprocal way. If I say, let us suppose if I say like, for example, if I say like 5 is greater than 4. True, this is true. But if I write 1 by 5 and if I write 1 by 4, it means what? You have divided the stuff into 5 parts and you have divided the stuff into 4 parts. So if you're going to divide the stuff into 5 parts, so one part will be smaller or not as comparatively to that if you divide into 4 parts. You can see the example from here itself, right? Over here, if you see, if when you're going to divide the same thing into 4 parts, each part is greater or not. Let me change color. Yeah, one part is greater or not. One part is what? A greater part. And here the one part is very small or not. Very small because you're going to divide in it. So definitely 1 by 4 will be what, beta? 1 by 4 will be what? Greater than 1 by 4 will always be what? Greater than 1 by 5, right? So simply if anyone asks you that 1 by 1001 or 1 upon like 998, which one is greater? Without giving a thought, this is greater. Without giving a thought, right? But if I say 1001 is greater or 998 is greater, definitely this is greater. So when you do the reciprocal of the thing, the sign of inequality changes just because you're going to take the bigger part, right? Yes, this is clear. Now, if you're going to put the same numerator means what? You're going to take the 3 parts of it. Let us suppose I wrote like I'm writing like 1 by 10 and I'm writing like 1 by 15, like 14, 13, right? So it means what? You're going to divide this stuff into 10 parts and the same stuff you're going to divide in 13 parts. So definitely this is greater, right? Now, if I'm going to take like 4 by 10 and if I'm going to write 4 by 13, so definitely again this will be greater. Right now we are talking on the cases when the numerators are same, right? So when the numerators are same, just for example, let's do one question. Compare, like if I say compare, right? If I say compare 5 by 18 and 3 by 18, right? This is first question. And if I say second question, like 17 by 12 and 15 by 12. Yes. Oh, wait, this is like fraction. My bad. You have to make the denominator. Just a second. Let me erase it. Okay, I was keeping the denominator same. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Now, these are the two questions. You have to put the sign of inequality over here, right? So what you will do now, look at this question. Over here, we know that 1 by 17 and 1 by 13, right? Which one is greater? 100% 1 by 13 is greater. So if 1 by 13 is greater, so similarly 10 by 13 will also be greater or not. If I say 1 by 21 and 15 by 8, definitely beta, as I told you, see 15 by 21 is what? A proper fraction and this is improper fraction. Improper fraction value with the last class, it's what? Greater than 1, right or not? And the proper fraction is what? Value is what? Less than 1. You can think like this. So there are various ways you can just open your wide spectrum and your mind where you have to proceed, right? So we say that this one is what? A greater, right or not? Right? This one is what? Beta? Greater. Similarly, this one is what? Beta? Greater, right or not? So if I write 15 by 21 or I write 15 by 8, that's is definitely greater because you can just see what happened. You don't have to think also a lot of much. So this is what? Beta? Improper, right? And this is what? Proper. So when you have improper and proper, definitely improper is always greater than a proper, right or not? Improper fraction is always greater than the proper fraction. Now, comparison of unlike fraction with a different denominator, with a different numerator, and different denominator and different numerator, right? So we are going to do the questions of unlike question, that is case 2. What is a case 2? Where denominators are denominators not denominators, when numerators are different, right? Because it's already unlike, so it's like when numerators are unequal, right? So if I want to write this fraction. This is what? 3 by 4. This fraction is what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 and this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. Now both have different numerators or not? Different numerators? Yes, and different denominators. So when you have a different numerators and different denominators, you have to do like what you have to do? You have to what? You have to make denominator same. Right now, we cannot make the numerator same, but we can make this a denominator same, or we can make, you have to make it as a what? An equivalent fraction. Make this as, make the denominators, you have to make it like fraction, like this, like fraction, right? Like fraction, right? So like fraction, what you have to do? You have to take what? You have to take LCM of both numbers, right? Of both fractions. You have both denominators. You have to take the LCM of denominators, right? LCM of denominators. And as we did, you have to make, actually you have to make equivalent like fraction. You have to do what? Better equivalent. Instead of writing all these things, it's better we write in a simple word, because we did in the last class. You have to make equivalent like fraction. That's it. The comparison only needs, there's no need to write this much big stuff. Just write a simple thing that you have to make equivalent like fraction, right? Equivalent like fraction of fractions, right? Now what is the question? Question is basically 3 by 4 and 5 by 8, right? You have to do the comparison. So first you will take the LCM of what? Beta 4 and 8, which is equals to 8. Yes or no? Now you have to write this word 3 by 4. You will multiply this by 2 and this by 2. It will become what? 6 by 8. And similarly 5 by 8 into 1 and into 1, right? Which is equals to what? Beta 5 by 8. Now what you have to do? Compare 6 by 8 and 5 by 8. So we know that now when you have a denominator same, like what we did, we have made the divisions in both the factors like same, right? We did the division in both the factors same, so we know that 6 by 8 is greater. So this is your answer, right? See, if I'll give you one more question, like compare I'll teach you one more shortcut method over here. So I'll be just making a line. So compare, if I say 7 by 18 and 3 by 12, right? 3 by 12. This is what you have to compare. Now what you have to do, you have to make an equivalent like fraction. So first you will take what? Beta LCM of what? 18 and 12, right or not? Which is equals to what? 36, right? So 7 by 8 will 18 will become what? You have to multiply this by 2 and this by 2. It will become what? Beta 14 by 36. 3 by 12, which is equals to what? You have to multiply by 3. This is multiplied by 3. So this is equals to 9 by 36. So while comparing 4 by 36 and 9 by 36, 100% 9 by 36 is greater. So we say that 7 by 8 is greater than that 3 by 12. That's it. This is your answer, right? Okay. But there is a shortcut method. What is the shortcut method of doing the comparison part? What is a shortcut method? There is a shortcut method for it. What is a shortcut method? Shortcut method, that's like there's no need to take the LCM all the time. What is a shortcut method? I gave you this question like 7 upon 18 and 3 upon 12. What you have to do? You have to do the cross multiplication, like cross multiply. This is a shortcut method, cross multiply, right? After doing the cross multiplication, so you will be multiplying 7 into 12 and you will be multiplying 3 into 18. 7 into 12 is how much, beta? 84, right? And this is equals to what? 3 into 8 is 54. Now 84 is greater than what, beta? 84 is greater than that was 54. Now 7. Now you have to just see that this is greater. So what is coming in the numerator? This is coming in the numerator. 7 is coming in the numerator. So 7 by 18 is greater than that of 3 by 12. Yeah, easy or not? Yes or no? Yes. Let's do one more question. Like I just wrote in the previous slide, it's like 3 by 4 and 5 by 8, right? 5 by 8. Do the cross multiplication, right? So do the cross multiplication. It will be what? 3 into 8 and it is what? Be it 4 into 5. Yes. So this is 24 and this is what, 20. This one is greater. So 3 is in the numerator of which number? This is in the numerator. So 3 by 4 is greater than that of 5 by 8. For two numbers, you can definitely do this, right? So this is how you do the comparison, right? Now, if it says that, okay, fraction is 3, okay. Write each fraction and arrange them in the ascending and the descending order. Use the sign this between the fractions, right? So here the shaded part is what, beta? The shaded part is yellow part. Shaded part is what? Yellow part. Shaded part is yellow part, right? I'm writing it over here, yellow part, right? So it says that what is the fraction over here? This fraction is equals to what, beta? 3 by 9, right? This fraction is equals to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is what, 5 by 9, right? This is equals to what, beta? 1 by 9, and this is equals to what, 6 by 9. So if I say arrange them in the ascending order, right? So ascending order, what do you mean by an ascending order? Ascending order means what? From lowest to the highest. So what is the lowest? 1 by 9 is the lowest, right? Now, then you have 3 by 9, then you have 5 by 9, and then you have 6 by 9. And you have to use the sign. So this is greater, and this one is greater, right? For descending order, like descending order, you have to just change the sign, right? You have to just write in the reverse order. So this will be what? From greatest to lowest. So it is what? 6 by 9, then 5 by 9, then 3 by 9, then 1 by 9, and then change the order. That's it. This is your answer, right? Okay. Okay, now it says that Isha reads 25 pages of a book containing 100 pages. Nagma reads one half of the same book. Who reads the most, right? So if I talk about the Isha, it says that Isha reads 25 pages of the 100 pages, right? So what is the fraction of the book she has written? She has written like fraction of book Isha read, right? Isha read. It will be how much, beta? It is equals to what? 25 out of 100, which is equals to what? Divide by 4, which is equals to like 1 by 4, right? Now, let's talk about Nagma. What is the Nagma says? Nagma says over here, Nagma says that she read half of the book. So book contained means like she read, how much, beta? She read half of the book. Half of the book means what? That is 1 by 2 into 100. Yes or no? 1 by 2 into 100 means like just half of the book, which is equals to like what? Half of the book, there is no, we have to just do the comparison. We are not talking about the pages. Okay, many ways, various ways. Okay, so she read half of the book. So we say that which one is greater? 1 by 2 is greater or 1 by 4 is greater? Let's do the cross multiplication instead of like do the cross multiplication. Let's do the shortcut method. This into this. So this will be what? 1 into 4, and this is like 1 into 2, right? So 4 is greater than 2. So 4 is coming. Now 1 is coming in which numerator? This numerator. Okay, now both of them is like 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. There is no need to do this also even. I'm kind of tired. I think so. Yes. Okay. So it says that 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. Beta, see, obviously 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4 because 1 by 2 is like the denominator. The denominator which have like lower value is greater than the smaller value. So Nagma read, who read less books? So answer to the question is what? Isha read less book, right? Okay. Okay. Addition of like fraction. It's again the same. Like when you have two fraction, right? So you have to add this and these two, like 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. So if you're going to add it, so this will be equals to how much, beta? If you're going to add this and this, so this is equals to what? You will be coloring this part, you'll be coloring this part, and you will be coloring this part, which is equals to what? 3 by 4. As if simple, right? So you don't have to do anything. Addition of like fraction is the most easiest thing. So what you have to do, you have to add numerator, and just you have to add the numerator. That's all you have to do. And write the denominator as it is, right? Write the denominator as it is, right? So if I say to add 3 by 7 plus 8 by 7, what will be your answer? Right? So if I say add, the question says beta add. So what you have to do, you have to just add the numerator. So which is equals to what? 3 plus 8 divided by 7, which is equals to what? 11 by 7. That's it, your answer. So either you can quote your answer in the improper form or in the mixed form, or you can write this as what beta? 1 whole 4 by 7. Yes or no? Yes? Okay, now I'll give you one more question like add. Hmm. 2 by 5. Now, just see. This is the question in addition of like fraction. So what you have to do, you have to first convert this into improper fraction. Convert into what beta? Convert it into improper fraction, right? Improper fraction, right? So if you're going to convert this into improper fraction, so this will be what beta? 16 by 5, right? This is what? 13 by 5, right? And this is equals to what beta? 5, 4 into 5, 20, 20 plus 2 is what? 22 by 5. So these are what beta? All of them are like, so you have to just add 16 plus 13 plus 22 is equals to divided by 5. So this is equals to what beta? 19 and then 20 is equals to what beta? 41 divided by 5. As the answer is already in the mixed fraction, so try to give your answer in the mixed fraction form only. So this is what beta? 8 whole 1 by 5, right? 8 whole 1 by 5. So this is your answer. Okay. Okay. Subtraction of like fraction. Again, the same way, if you see the figure, there are 3 parts and the 2 parts you have subtracted from it. So you will be remain with only what? 1 part? Yes or no? You have 3 parts and you have taken the 2 parts out of it. You will be left with what? Only 1 part of it. So subtraction of like fractions are always almost the same as the addition of a like fraction. So over here, it says that 3 by 4 minus of 2 by 4, which is equals to what beta? 1 by 4. Yes. So 3 minus 2 divided by 4 is equals to like 1 by 4. So you have to just subtract the numerator. What you have to do? Subtract the numerator. Subtract the numerator. And write the denominator as it is, right? Write the denominator as it is, right? So if I give you the question, like if I say to subtract 7 by 8 minus of 3 by 8, right? So what you have to do, these are what beta? Like fractions. So you have to just write 7 minus of 3 by 8, which is equals to what? 4 by 8 is your answer. Or you can quote your answer as 1 by 2 because it's like 4. If you're going to divide this into its simplest form, it will be like 1 by 2, right? Now, if I give you the question, subtract this is the question, right? 5 whole 4 by 7 minus 4 whole 2 by 7. So first convert into what beta? Improper form. So 7 into 5 is 35. 35 minus 4 is what beta? 39. So 39 minus of 7. 7 into 4 is what beta? 28. 28 into plus 2 will be what beta? 30, right? 30 divided by 7. So this is equals to what? 39 minus of 30 divided by 7, which is equals to what? 9 by 7. Then again, you have to give the answer in the mixed form. So it is what beta? 1 whole 2 by 7 is your answer, right? Now, we say the addition and subtraction of unlike fraction. Now, till now, we were just adding or we were just only subtracting, right? So we are just going to do addition and subtraction of unlike fraction. Now, we are coming over here as unlike fraction. So it says over here that 1 by 4 plus 2 by 3, right? So these are what beta? Unlike fraction. So when we do the addition, you can see in the figure itself. So you always do the division in such a way that the first one and the second one have the equal divisions, right? So what we will do, do, we will convert the each fraction into what equivalent like fraction, and then it will convert into what equivalent like fractions. So this is the question, convert into what beta, additions of the like fractions or not. Just say if you see over here, that's 1 by 2 and 2 by 3. So 1 by 2 and 2 by 3. So what you did, you made it into equivalent like fraction. So it means what, you divided this box into how many parts? 12 parts. And this box, it was initially divided into what, 3 parts, and then you divided into what beta, 12 parts. Now the addition, now only you can do the addition. You cannot do the addition in a different divisions. Addition and subtraction is only done when you have the same number of division on both the parts. Otherwise you cannot do the subtraction. Right now I have a 4 part, right now this person is divided its content into 4 part, and he is divided into 3 part. How you are going to do the addition and subtraction over here? But what you do, you have divided this into 12 part, and you have divided this into 12 part. Now if you're going to add this thing, the addition will be possible or not. So you have to just convert for addition, like always addition, convert fractions into equivalent like fractions, right? Equivalent like fractions. Yes or no? Equivalent like fractions. And follow this step and follow these steps of addition like as like fraction, addition as like fraction, right? Yep. So, and follow the steps of addition as like fraction. So if you see over here, like if you see the question over here, like 1 by 4 plus 2 by 3. So what you have to do, you have to convert this into an equivalent like fraction. So first you will take the LCM of what beta, 4 and 3, which is equals to what, 12. Now you have to convert this. It will be like 1 by 4 into 3, and this is like is equals to 4 by 12. Similarly, 2 by 3 can be written as what beta, 4 and into 4, which is equals to what, 8 by 12. Now you have to just add 4 by 12 plus 8 by 12 is equals to how much? It's 3. I wrote 4 over here. This is 3, not 4. Yeah, this is 3 by 12 and this is 3 by 12. So you have to just add 3 plus 8 and divided by 12, which is equals to 11 by 12. This is an improper fraction. That's it. Now I'll give you next question. What is the next question? That is add 4 whole 1 by 5 plus 2 whole 3 by 4 plus 5 whole 3 by 8. Yeah, this is the question. So first always convert. What you have to do, convert into what beta, improper fraction. Yes. So if you're going to convert this into improper fraction, so this is equals to what, 4 into 5 into 4 is 20. 20 plus 1 will be what, 21 by 5. Yes. Now this is equals to 4 into 2, 10, 8. 8 plus 1 is what, 11 by 4. And this is what, 8 into 5 is 80. 80 plus 3 is what, 43 by 8, right? Now these are what, all of them are like fractions. So what you have to do, you have to convert this into what beta, equivalent like fractions. So what you will be taking, the LCM of what beta, 5, 4 and 8. So LCM of 5, 4 and 8 will be what beta, 40. That's it. So you will be doing what beta, 21 by 5. You will be multiplying this by what, 8 and this by 8, right? Now 11 by 4, you will be multiplying this by what, 10 and this by what, 10. Right, and this is like 43 by 8. You will be multiplying this by 5 and this by 5. So you will be writing this as like 168 divided by what, 40, right? And this is what, 110 divided by like 40, and this is like 215 divided by like beta 40. So you have to add it. Now this is become what beta, like fraction? Yes or no? Like fraction, right? So this is now like fraction. So you have to just add it, like 168 plus 110 plus 215 divided by what beta, 40. So you just add it. So it is 5 plus 3, 13, right? 13 ka 1 carry. So this is 8 and this is 9 and this is like 224. That is 493 divided by 40, right? So what you have to do, you have to just again convert into the mixed fraction. Now you think now this is a very big number, so you can do the division in the sideways, right? You can do the division in the side way. right? So divide like 493 divided by like beta 40, right? So this is like 40, right? It is 93, so this is 2, it is 80, and this is 13, right? So you can write this answer as what? 14 whole 13 by, sorry, 12 by 13. It's 13 by 12. I wrote it correct, right? It is 40 whole 12 by, what I'm writing, I don't know. It is 12, right? It is 12 whole. It's 12 whole 13 by 40. This is your answer, right? Now, similarly, I'll give you this question as homework. You can try this as homework. I'll write it down. Or not homework, I'll solve it for you. Okay, one more question. Just a second. Chalo. I'll give you the question. Not homework. Let's do this question. Question is, arrange the following
पानी अम्मा है भी
okay, convert the following, my bad. Okay, convert the following fractions in descending order, right? So I give you the question like 2 by 3, 5 by 6, 5 by 8, 9 by 14, right? This is the question, 9 by 14. So what you will do? So first you have to make, always there is a comparison, convert into equivalent like fractions, right? So you will be taking the what beta LCM of what? 3, 6, 8 and 14. So LCM of 3, 6, 8, 14 is what beta? 168, right? So it is what? 2 by 3, you have to just get it like multiplied. This will be like beta 56 into 56, right? So this is equals to what beta? 112, and this is 168. Now you have 5 by 6. You will be multiplying this by, so 168 divided by 6 will be, have to do it mentally also. This is like 2 and 8, 28, right? This is equals to what beta? 28 into 28 and into 28, right? So this is equals to what beta? 140 upon 168. Now you have 5 by 8, right? So you, this will be multiplying by 21 into 21. So this is what beta? 110, 1, 0 and 5 divided by what beta? 168. Similarly 9 by 14, right? You will be multiplying this by like by 1 and 2, that's 12. Okay, sorry, it will be what beta? 1 and 2. It will be like 1 and 2, and this will be 1 and 2. So 9 into is 108, and this is like 168. So now you have to do the comparison. So 140 is like, you have to arrange this in the descending order. Descending order means what? Descending order, right? Descending order, right? So in descending order, descending order. So descending order means what? Descending order means what? From lowest to from highest to lowest. So highest is what beta? 140 by 168, right? Then you have 112, right? 112 by 168. Then 108 by 168 and 105 upon 168, right? So you have to put the sign like this. So while you quote your answer, you have to quote your answer in the original form. So this will be what beta? 5 by 6, and then this is equals to what? 2 by 3, right? And this is equals to what beta? 9 by 14, and then you have 5 by 8. That's it. Okay, so this thing is clear, right? Okay, now coming to the subtraction of a fraction. It's like the same thing. Yeah, it's like the same, the subtraction of a like fraction. It's again the same. When you're going to subtract the something, you cannot do the subtraction immediately when you are having a different denominator. You cannot do the subtraction. So always you have to convert the given figure into the equal number of the parts, and then you can take away the things what you want, right? So here the question says that 21 by 4 minus 8 by 3. So what you will be doing, again you have to convert what beta? Convert it into equivalent like fraction, and then proceed the subtraction. Just a second beta. Okay, so proceed proceed um, proceed in the proceed as subtraction of like fraction. Proceed as subtraction of like fraction. Subtraction of like fraction, right? Yes. So what you have to do, you have to take the LCM over here. So what is the LCM of 4 and 3? So which is equals to what? 12. Right. So 21 by 4, you will be converting this into 3 and this into 3, which is equals to what beta? 63 divided by 12. Now similarly 8 by 3, then you will be multiplying this by 4 and this by 4. So this is equals to what beta? 32 by 12. So you have to do what? 63 by 12 minus of 32 by 12. So this is equals to what beta? 63 minus of 32 divided by 12, which is equals to what? 21 by 12 is your answer. That's it. 21 by 12 is your answer. Okay, I'll give you one more question. The question says that it says that simplify. Okay, we'll do a little bit of simplify. Okay, simplify. It says that 9 by 14 plus 3 by no. Okay, simplify. This is easy question. 9 by 14 plus 3 by 14 minus 5 by 14. So this is an easy question. What you have to do, all of them are what? Like. You don't have to take the fraction, right? These are what beta? All of them are what? Like fractions. Right, so you just have to just do 14. So it is what? 9 plus 3 minus of 5. So here you have to do the what beta? 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 minus 5 is what? 7. So 7 upon 14, and it can be further simplified. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So this is equals to like beta 1 by 2. Right. Let's do. I will be doing more questions on it. I said subtract. Yeah, this is the question given, right? So convert into what beta? Improper fraction. So this is what? 7 into 5, 35. 35 plus 2 is what beta? 37 by 7, right? Minus. It is what? 8 into 3 is 24. 24 into 4 will be how much beta? 23 into 8 into 3, 24. 24 plus 4 is what? 28 divided by 8. Now, you have to take what beta? LCM of 7 and 8, which is equals to what? These are what? Already the co-prime numbers. So you have to just multiply. So it is what? 37 by 7 into what? 8 and into 8 minus of 28 by 8 into 7 into 7, right? So this is equals to what beta? 37 into 8 is like 56, 5, and it is like 29. 29 by 56, and minus of it is 56, 5, and 14, 196 divided by what beta? 56, right? So this is what a like fraction. So it is what? 56, 296 minus of 196, which is equals to what beta? 100 upon 56. Now you can again simplify. This has been divisible by what beta? 4. So this is divisible by 4, divisible by 4. So this is equals to what? 25. And this is equals to how much beta? This is equals to what? 14. This is your answer, right? Okay, now let's coming to the illustration. Write these fractions appropriately as addition or subtraction. So this is equals to what? Division is equals to what? This is 3 by 6 plus this is equals to 2 by 6 and is equals to what? 5 by 6. True or not? Yes, that's it. So we can write this as 3 plus 2 upon 6, which is equals to what? 5 by 6. We did it, right? Okay. Now it says that Shikha painted 1 by 5 of the wall space in a room, and her brother Ravish helped and painted 3/5 of the wall. How much did they paint together? So Shikha painted how much beta? Shikha painted beta how much? Like 1/5 of what 5. And Ravish painted how much? Is equals to what? 3 by 5. So together they painted will be how much? Together they painted will be how much? Is equals to what? 1 by 5 plus 3 by 5, which is equals to like beta 4 by 5, right? Now this is like first answer. How much the room left? Like room left. The room left is more easy, right? So room left will be what beta? If I have taken divided into 4 parts and taken like 4 parts has been already used, so what will be the left part? The room left will be what? 5 by 5 minus of 4 by 5, which is equals to what beta? 5 minus of 4 by 5, which is equals to like 1 by 5. Or either you can directly give, like if 4 by 5 is used, so left will be what? 1 by 5. That's it. Yes. So, okay, Ramesh bought 2.5 kg of sugar, whereas Rohit bought 3.5 kg of sugar. Find the total amount of the sugar bought by them. Right. So, Ramesh bought how much, beta? Ramesh bought how much? Bought how much? 2.5 kg. Right. So, which is equals to what? 5 by 2 kg. Right. Similarly, Rohit bought how much, beta? Rohit bought 3.5 kg, right? So which is equals to what beta? 7 by 2 kg, right? So what you have to do, bought together, total will be how much? You have to just add it. So 5 by 2 plus 7 by 2 is equals to what? Can I write as like 12 by 2, which is equals to what? 6 kg, right or not? Divide by 2, it is equals to 6 kg. That's your answer. Okay, now I'll be giving you some question of simplification. Okay, now do this question. Simplify 2 whole 3 by 5 plus of 1 whole 7 by 10 minus of 3 whole 2 by 10, 15, right? So first you have to convert this into the mixed fractions. This is what? 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 by 5 plus of 10 into 1, 10 plus 7, it is 17 by 10 minus of 3 into 15, 45, 45 minus it will be what? Minus 47 by 15. So what you have to do, you have to convert it, you have to take the LCM. So LCM will be what? 5, 10, 15. LCM will be how much beta? 30, right? The LCM is 30. So this is equals to what? 13 by 5 into 2. Sorry, into not 2. Into 6, right? Because it's 6. And here also 6 plus 17 into 10 by 3 into 3, right? 47 by 15 is equals to what? Into 2 into 2, right? So this is equals to what? 16 into 3, 65, 78 by 30, right? Plus 17 into 3 is how much beta? 51, right? So 51 by 30. You have to be good in calculations and you should know the table till 20, right? 47 into 2 is what beta? 94 divided by 30. So it is what? All of them are like fractions. So it is 30, 78 plus 51 minus of 94. So first what you do, you add these two. So it will be what beta? 9 and 1, 2. Yes, minus of 94, it is equals to what? 30. So this is equals to how much beta? 35 divided by what? 30. Again, you do the division by 5 and again do the division by 5. So this is equals to what? 7 by 6 is your answer, right? Yeah, or either you can write your answer as 1 whole 1 by 6 is your answer, right? Okay, so I'll give you one more question. The question says that the sum of two fractions is 3 whole 5 by 12 if one of them is 1 whole 3 by 10, find the other fraction, right? So out of this two, it means what? You have to what? Subtract it or not to get the answer. It means what? Out of the two numbers, one number you have and you don't know the other number. It means what? You have to subtract the bigger number minus the small number. So required number will be what, beta? The required number will be what? 3 whole 5 by 12 minus 1 whole 3 by 10 or not, right? So first convert it, it will be what? 36, 41 by 12, right or not? Right, minus of 13 by 10, right? Now you have to take the LCM of 12 and 10, which is equals to what? 60, right or not? So this is equals to what? 41 by 12, you multiply this by 5 and this by 5, minus 13 by 10, you multiply this by 6 and this by 6. So 41 into 5 is what? 205 divided by 60 minus of 78 minus of 60, right? Which is equals to what? We are 205 minus of 70 divided by 60, which is equals to what? 127 divided by 60, it is equals to what? 2 whole 7 by 60. That's your answer. That's the other number, right? Okay. Now, okay, class. So we are done with the fraction part as of now, right now. As we have done with the fraction, like the basics of the NCRTs, and this been done. So in the next class, I'll be taking you the some of the questions on the rational numbers. This is a class 11, 7th part. So what is a rational number? So I'll be giving you a brief in the class 6 as well. So you can just keep on practicing all these things, and if you have any doubt, you ask on your BDF if any doubt, and you can ask your respective teacher in the class itself. Thank you so much, class. Thank you. We'll meet you soon. Bye-bye, beta.